All right, hey Dana here, and don't leave. Half of you guys are leaving within like the first 30 seconds. What's going on? Why'd you click the video and leave in 30 seconds? Don't leave. This is a follow-up call. What you're going to see is a follow-up call to an agent that I pitched Subto a couple days ago. She sent me the mortgage statement, and then I got the CC&Rs for rental restrictions. Unfortunately, after reading those rental restrictions, it has a 1-year minimum rent restriction, which rules out midterm rentals and short-term rentals like Airbnb, Verbo, that kind of stuff. And it sucks because this is like $1,000 to $1,500 a month cash flow if you're able to do midterm rental. And it's like a break-even deal if you're not allowed to do that. So this is a break-even deal. This is a break-even, maybe a hair of a loss if you're not self-managing. Somebody local who can self-manage this deal, it would make sense for, and they would actually be positive in a cash flow. So what I'm about to do is call this agent and pitch to her letting me wholesale the contract. So let's see what happens. Let me know down in the comments as it goes along if you think I did good, if I did bad, what you think I could have done better. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. 95% of the people watching this video are not subscribed. And if you enjoy my videos, share them with somebody and bring someone else along for the fun. And if you want me to underwrite your deal and maybe make some of these calls on your leads and help you close a deal, I'll split the assignment with you. How about that? Dana, how are you doing?
I'm holding on, Dana. How are you?
You know, up and down. It's been a crazy morning. But I wanted to call and reach out on thank you for sending me that stuff yesterday. So I got good news and bad news.
Okay.
The bad news is the HOA has a restriction on there that requires a minimum 1-year rental.
Yeah, I know
And
that.
yeah, it's a rough one. It's especially being out of state because I have to pay a property manager, and what I can rent it for versus what the payment is, I'd be losing probably $200 to $300 a month on it, assuming it was, completely filled, never had a month of vacancy, which is, it's up and down on if it makes sense to do that.
Gotcha.
If I could at least do like a by the month thing. So we do a lot of like insurance rentals where, if somebody was displaced for a fire or a flood, burst pipe,
Oh, that's
something like
smart.
that, we could get 1,000 to 2,000 a month more than market by doing that and would have made
Yeah,
this a no-brainer.
that's right.
But since I can't, because the HOA could come in and, stop it and it would just cause drama, it's not really
Mm-hmm.
worth my risking doing it and then getting stuck losing or getting, crazy fines or something like that. Unfortunately, I don't think it'll work for me on this one, but I think it could still
Okay.
work for someone else. And I wanted to just run an idea by you and see what you think. And
Okay.
so I know I have a bunch of local like people that I know in the area, some that are like friends, some that are just like business acquaintances that um, I could run it by and see what they think because they could self manage it and not have to pay that extra 10-15% to a property manager,
Mhm.
which could make more sense to them because then it wouldn't
Mhm.
be losing a ton each month. It would make them just a hair but not a ton. um,
Mhm.
but to do that legally, I'm not allowed to market something like that other than like, I mean, I'm allowed to like just say, hey, what do you think of this? But I'm not allowed to like actually give numbers and do that or you're not supposed to at least. And so
Understood.
what I would propose, at least if it works, and this is a solution that works for her, what I would suggest or propose is to like I could send a contract with like a 10-day inspection period where I was just going to send it to everybody I know and say, hey, does this work for you? And if they don't, within like a couple days, then we just cancel it. And you can leave it on market the whole time and accept backup offers or something if something comes in. But I wouldn't try and tie it up for a long time. But for me to be able to technically send it out to a bunch of people, I would have to be marketing a contract, not marketing the house, because if I'm marketing the house, that's like brokering without a license, which is illegal, and I don't want to get in trouble. So
Understood.
so what I would propose and what I think would make sense, would have been something in the neighborhood of like 10 grand to you and 10 grand to the seller, and then just taking over the mortgage. That's where the numbers kind of came back, and it's about what she would get if she sold it on market anyways. And then if one of my, acquaintances does decide that they wanted to do it, obviously I would tell them they'd have to, help with signing that lease agreement or whatever to help her get the approval on the next place. But if interested, that would be my suggestion. I could send just the contract, like I said, a 10-day inspection period. And like I said, if I'm not getting positive feedback within the first, 5-6 days or whatever, and, I can release it before that, or I'll know pretty quickly if somebody's wanting to take it down and, honor that contract as we would agree to.
Understood. So this is what I would like to do, Dana. If you would allow me, I know her grandfather has gotten ill, and she had to take her mom to go check on him.
Oh, yikes.
So, yeah. So I'm waiting to hear back from them. I don't want to just bother her with this, like, right now.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm not in a rush.
Yeah. So just as soon as I hear back from her and know that everything is okay, or she's in a position to talk, I will ask her if she's willing to take it off the market so you can push it.
Yeah, like I said, you could leave it on market, just mark it as pending or accepting backups.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't even have to take it down. It would just be, you couldn't accept another contract while we're under contract, but you could have accepting backups. Yeah, so don't take it down. Don't do any of that. We're under contract. You can accept backups. That way, if for whatever reason we don't perform, you would know within, like I said, that couple days, and then you would just mark it back to active. But I have a pretty strong feeling that I could find somebody to do it. But like I said, it just depends. And I ran it by like 2 people that I thought, and they were like, it's on the bubble, I'm not sure. I was like, okay, well, I know more people, and they're like, well, I could send it, but I can't send it to them. It was the same idea. I can't send it to them if if you don't have it under contract. And I said, well, all right, but I don't want to do it without being fully upfront of like that. I don't think I could, just being remote based off of the HOA not allowing that. If the HOA didn't have that restriction, I'd be taking this for myself.
Understood.
But since it does, it just makes it more difficult to somebody not being local.
Yeah, and I completely understand. I really do. I for real do. So let me give me a minute to get in touch with her and hear back from her, and then we can go and then I'll give you a call back.
Sure, works for me.
Okay.
Awesome.
I appreciate you and your honesty.
Yeah, I appreciate you as well.
Okay.
I always like to be upfront. I hate dancing around and playing games.
Oh, yes. And listen, there's no better way to be than upfront, so let's cut through the chase and let's get her done.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
I appreciate that as well.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Well, you have a great day, and hopefully she gets everything taken care of with family and is back in good shape soon.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Have a good day.
You as well.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
What do you think about that call? I think that call went good. I think that call went as good as it could, and I think that it's the best option for the seller. This is what's called a transparent wholesale. So I told her that I would contract it, and if it works, then I would assign it to, I don't know if I said assign, but I said it would transfer to them and they would be responsible for the contract. So that's basically, instead of me just contracting it and then saying later, hey, I'm assigning this, because I don't even have to tell them, I could just assign it. But what I want to do, since this is a tight deal and it's not a major market. It's just outside of a major market, but it's not a major market, so there's not going to be as many buyers. What I would propose is to get it under contract, have my 10-day inspection period. I will market it and push it out to everybody that I possibly can, which again, you're not legally allowed to do that if you don't have a contract, because you're not marketing the house for sale, you're marketing the contract for sale. And if you're marketing the house for sale without a license, that's illegal and you can get in big trouble for that. So don't do that. You're not marketing the house, you're marketing the contract, the piece of paper. I was gonna hold up a piece of paper, but anyways, you're marketing the contract. And that way she understands that's what would happen. And she could still accept backups. For whatever reason we're not able to close, we just cancel before the end of the inspection period. And then everybody's happy. So I will follow up when I hear anything, but let me know what you think. Anything I could have done better?